And hello to you, my global friends, and welcome to the Anchoring Peace series, episode 5 or part 5. I am sorry I couldn't post a video last week, so I'm gonna do some recap this time and add up some new concepts and exercises. Now, about the series, I'd like you to consider it as a training. So you would benefit most if you do them all, one after the other, because they add up. The logic is like continuous there. So some summary of previous concepts. One of the concepts was about quieting the mind, about stillness and that feeling of neutrality. So when I am in that space of neutrality, I feel inner peace. And that inner peace gives me happiness, gives me joy, and gives me a better, clearer vision of what I want to do with my life. And when I am in that space of peace, I give it to the people around me. Now, again, you may not be concerned with peace on earth. You have so much problems in your life, and but when we all want our environment to have harmonious, peaceful relationships. So when we carry that peace within energy, we give it to the people around us. We bring light, more light to the situations. This is one of the concepts. Now, another concept I mentioned before, as you do the breathing exercise in the sphere and so on, I said that the thoughts will come in and you would need to catalog them. Now, once you catalog these, you have cataloged them, you notice they are either in the past, either in the present. Of course, I said it is important to do this exercise on a regular basis, and it requires a training, but that is not enough. Now, we catalog these thoughts, but what do we do with them? So we need to do some spring clearing, or we call it shadow work. People are sort of sometimes scared of that term, but what I mean by shadow work is becoming conscious of something that was hidden to our perception. So it is in the shadow, and I bring light to it. It means I see it clearer, and when I see it clearer, it is released. So I have more space within. So spring cleaning, let us begin with addressing these thoughts. If you have done the exercises and cataloged your own thoughts, you would have noticed that some of them are repetitive and they have to do with our daily tasks and to-do lists. So I have to go to the supermarket, I have to take my kids from school, and I have to go visit these people and do this and do that. Now, what you can do, actually, our mind keeps repeating them for us. It's like the snooze, the alarm clock, it keeps repeating, because the mind feels responsible, okay? It wants our success. Now, as we said, we need to help our mind and tell it we are here to help it. So it does not have to keep reminding us of these daily tasks. How we can help in this first scenario, we simply take a notebook and we start writing down. When I wake up in the morning, I write down 1, 2, 3, 4 the things that I need to do. It will only take a few minutes of your time, but it will release all this clutter in the mind, the mind that has to remember and repeat again and again to you so that you don't forget. You write them on a notebook, or if you prefer on a whiteboard you have. Sometimes you may want to write a schedule for a whole week. Let's say I have a dinner invitation on Saturday and I have these things you do not want to forget. So you write them and you tell your mind, it is okay. You don't have to keep reminding me. You can relax now. So what have I done now? I have cleared some space in my mind. It feels good. Ooh, my mind doesn't have to keep reminding me of those things. My mind is a bit more relaxed. I have more space within. I can feel better. Okay, this is one type of thoughts. Another type of thoughts that could be there in my recurrent thoughts of that monkey mind of mine is has to do with my daily relationships with people. Now, oftentimes when I enter into, say, I meet some people and we talk and so on, I feel afterwards I am in pain, I am tired, I am exhausted, and I go on with my life feeling like all this heaviness in me. And here, this pain or whatever, here I need to ask myself, always, whenever you interact with people, finish the interaction, go within and reflect on the situation. It's like, was that feeling that I feel, is that feeling that I feel now mine? Is it my feeling or the people's feeling, the people I was interacting with? And it is especially those close people to us, we sort of merge with their pains, especially if we are empath and sensitive people. We sort of carry out the energies, absorb them like a sponge of the people around us, and all this is subconscious, unconscious. We are not even aware that we are doing it. So what I'm doing now is I'm bringing light to you, to this shadow in you that is observing a situation, reflecting upon it. Okay, when I was having coffee with my friend and I felt all this pain in my chest and so on, was that mine or hers? Maybe my friend was complaining about a heartbreak or a difficult financial situation, and I feel heartbroken because of what she's going through, and I need to stop this, and I need to realize this is not my own energy, it is my friend's energy, and I need to clear it. Now, this does not mean that you would be a senseless, insensitive person. No. On the contrary, if you carry people's energies and traumas and problems without even realizing it, you might crack yourself and wouldn't then be able to help them. All right, so you'd rather clear yourself up to be better counsel for them, you see. So how may I do this? If you remember, so once you realize that that energy is not yours, if you remember the sphere of light exercise, you go into the sphere, you breathe in the light, you see the shower. As you see the shower go into you from top to bottom, I want you to see now that there are energies in you that got stuck in your energy field that are not yours. Now, I'm calling them energies because everything is energy. People's thoughts, our thoughts, people's emotions, our emotions, they are energy. So take this shower and release them from your system. And as you breathe in from the sphere of light, you breathe in. Okay, and as you breathe out, you release the shadows, if you remember, but this time you are conscious of a certain type of shadow that you have became aware of. That shadow is, let's say, for example, my friend's worries that I am carrying in my own space and energy field. So you release it to the light, that shadow, and you say, I clear that shadow or that energy or that thought or emotion from my field. It is not mine. I clear it, I release it to the light. And you repeat it. I clear that energy from my field, that energy that does not belong to me. I release it to the light. I send it back to its owner so that they learn from it and learn how to resolve it. Because if I carry it with them, it would not help them. All right, and this is how you may clear, if you want, the second type of energy. Of course, it takes practice, it takes time, because most of the time you are not even aware that we are doing this, that we are absorbing everyone's energy. Even at the shop, let's say the lady, the salesperson was angry, and I carry his anger, and then I go into another situation and where I give that anger to the other situation. We're not aware of all that. So now we're bringing awareness. Every time or any time you are able to take a few time to reflect on your journey, especially if you want after your a long day out, you come back and you think about these interactions and you observe yourself, you reflect upon your behavior. Did you carry any energy from the people you had encounters with that was not yours? And then try to clear that out. Another, so I said it takes time and practice and years. I mean, years. And it's something we need to do on a daily basis, actually, on a weekly basis, and it never stops. We need to do it continuously. Just like taking a shower. I mean, do you take a shower only once a year and that's it? No, you take a shower, if you can, every day. So we're taking this shower to clear all that is not ours. What do we have now? More space, more space. So the to-do list, I removed it. The energies and the thoughts and the worries that are not mine, okay, the shadows of others, if you want, I cleared that. If you look at your closet, oh, I have more room, more space. So basically, it was like you had some old clothes in your own closet that were not yours. You don't want to keep that in your closet, do you? So we cleared that out. Now, another scenario is that from the clutter in my mind and the blockage in my energy field is we have all been in situations where we interact with people. They say something to us and our reaction is like way much more than it was supposed to be. Okay? Now, I divide this into two categories. One of them, it happens to you sometimes and you go back to yourself and say, why did I react that much? I didn't have to react that way. Did I have to say these words? Could I not have said like something else or better? Well, this is a long topic. I will be talking about it later, but in short, when we react to situations and we judge that we consider, we're not going to judge. We lovingly realize that our reaction was way too much over. The reason could be rooted in the present situation. Let's say I go to an office to a friend and he reacts in a way I don't like, and current situation, I will explore this later on. So it has to do with your time now and with all the clutter you have, so you couldn't see clearer in the now to give a better answer in the now. This has to do with the now. It needs time to explain. I'll do it in another video. Another category of that, so I'm in the third still, but B if you want, A, B. Why did I overreact to that situation? And this is because if you want a past trauma, I'll give a simple example, past trauma. Let us suppose someone told me my hair doesn't look that nice. Okay, actually it doesn't look that nice, but I'm trying to let it grow long. So someone tells me my hair doesn't look that nice, and or let's say they were gentle. They told me it could look better. They were very nice with me. It could look better. Maybe you could do some highlighting or something. They were trying to help. But my reaction was over. I got so angry with them, and I went all over the place. You know what? Why? Why did I react so much? Now, if I step outside myself and I reflect on the situation again, I say, why did I have to react that much? I mean, it wasn't that important, you know? Why did I have to go all mad about it? Some of the reasons may be rooted in the past, and oftentimes they are rooted in the past. Past trauma is something that happened at school or at home. Most of them are rooted in childhood or teenage, and most of them are subconscious to the mind. They are repressed memories that we have totally forgotten about. Now, we could do some exercises to alleviate that, to feel better about that. However, sometimes they could be so repressed that we would need external help. Going there and clearing those blockages that keep, if you want, because it becomes a pattern that keep hurting us in the present. So we are clearing. It's like having these thorns, and we have to clear one after the other and one after the other. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of time. I have done years of therapy and art therapy and all sorts of things, and I'm still clearing and doing shadow works and bringing more light into myself. Now, I will give an exercise for this situation. The last one, if I overreact and I cannot find a reason in the now present moment that could cause me to react that much, then it is most likely to be in the past. So what we are going to do now is a small meditation, small exercise if you want, that would make us feel good actually. It would help a little bit, right? But again, you might need external help, and I would be glad to help you, to give you one-on-one coaching sessions, or maybe you need many sessions. Do not hesitate to contact me or message me via my Facebook Messenger or Instagram to book a session. I would be glad to give you this, how to say, little push. Let's now do the exercise. So before I begin, you do what we did in part 3. You sit in your sphere of light, you breathe in, you breathe out, you ask your thoughts to kindly wait outside for you, right? You are in this sphere of light, protected, feeling safe and all that. And as you are there, we are going to take our hands, rub them, and start creating a small sphere of light. That sphere of light is white and golden with a touch of pink in it, light pink. It carries love, it carries compassion, it carries forgiveness, it carries kindness, unconditional love. And I feel the energy in my hand. I feel it, I visualize it, I sense it. I put all those wonderful feelings in it. I take it and I put it inside my heart. I put it inside my heart. I feel it fill up my heart, and it expands into my shoulders and my hands. I sit with that wonderful loving energy. I sit with that wonderful loving energy. I feel good in my heart. My heart is opening up, feeling the love, the compassion, the kindness, the forgiveness, the unconditional divine love that I am. And then, as I'm sitting in my sphere, with my heart feeling love and peace, I visualize in front of me my child self. I will visualize a certain situation, a certain age, in which I had a rough time. Maybe painful time, or I was sad or alone or something. I go to that particular situation. I stand in front of the child. I look at my younger self lovingly, and I take from my heart light, sphere of light, because it is a source now. I can give more from it. I take from it. I take from it, and I lovingly place it in the heart of the child self. And I say to that child self, I love you. I'm here for you. You are good enough. You are not alone. You are unconditionally loved. You are forgiven. You give that child, you, a kiss on the forehead. And you see the child's pain falling down, leaving, and replaced with light and love to the situation they are in. They feel happier, and they feel good, and they feel unconditional love and forgiveness and kindness. They feel understood. They feel supported. And then I go back, I visualize I say goodbye to the child, me, and now I call before me the adult self, the young adult, sort of teenage self, between 15, 20. I also go into a particular situation where my young adult self felt pain, trouble, or worry, or difficulty. I look at them lovingly. I surround them with light and love, and I take from my heart that source of light and unconditional love. I take from my heart a sphere, and I place it in their own heart, and I see them overlit with love and light, and I see all the shadows and the pains bothering them, troubling them, falling down to the ground. I tell them, I am here, I am with you, to love you, support you, to give you unconditional love, compassion, and kindness. You are not alone. I understand what you have gone through. Now we're going to forgive it and release it. The young adult self feels lighter and brighter in light. You kiss them on the forehead. And then they leave. And then you come back to the present self. You open your eyes, you rub your hands to come back here. Now, this exercise could be very intense. Actually, it is an intense exercise. I wonder what you felt like when you did it. I'd like you to comment below if you can. And I said go to a particular situation because every time you step out of situations and reflect on them, you might remember something in the past. So you go to that particular situation at that particular age and give it your unconditional love. And as you do that, you give healing to that situation and understanding, okay, and love. And as you do that, all that tension, all that pain and fear that got stuck throughout your life, no matter how perfect your family is, your environment is, we all have stuck problems and situations that were difficult. And when we do this, we feel lighter and lighter, and we would be having more space within. And as I release this past pain or hurt, or it could be a trauma, my reactions in the present would become more peaceful, more rooted and grounded, and because I no longer have this blockage or this trauma. I know it was a long video and intense. I'm trying to compensate for the past 2 weeks. Please do subscribe to my channel if you like my videos. Do comment if you wish to give me feedback. I want to see if I continue doing these series or not, if they are helpful to anyone. Please let me know and comment below. And also, when we deal with past traumas and so on, of course I gave a small simple exercise. It would help a little bit. It's better than nothing, but sometimes, as I said, we need that extra push, that external push, and I'd be help to guide and coach any one of you. If you are interested, please contact me. And have a nice weekend, and I hope to see you later. Sending you lots of love and light.